But next, I want to show you how to recognize the underlying cause of your overwhelm so that you can fix it fast. But before I teach you how to do this, let me tell you a story about Carla. Carla owns her own hairdressing business. She's married and has 3 children. And over the years, as a busy working mum, Carla gradually put on 13 kilograms. She felt bad about herself and really hated her body. This is her story.
My body, working through the workbook, one of the questions that Tracy asked is about who do you blame for circumstances or events in your life. And when I looked at my body, I blamed my husband and my kids because I had no time, and I was either working or I was being a mum. So I really didn't put the energy into me. What I realized through the course is that I am, of course, completely worthy of my time, and that if I'm not being true to myself and looking after me, then how can I possibly be the best version of myself to them? So I am 8 kilos down in however many weeks we've done this course for, and just feeling stronger and healthier and fitter and more alive every single day.
So let's look at what this means. Overwhelm means to bury or drown beneath a huge mass of something, especially water. So if you think about what that means in terms of how you're feeling, the huge mass of something overwhelming you is the sum of all the things that you have to think about, you have to feel responsible for, and that you have to do. So it's not just what you have to do, it's the things you think about and the things that are your responsibility or you believe are your responsibility. So it can appear that it's happening to you, that other people are demanding it of you, that you have no choice. But everything you think, say, and do, you are choosing. But this is the kicker, either consciously or unconsciously. So when you're choosing unconsciously, you're choosing based on your subconscious beliefs, beliefs that you learned from someone else, most of them when you were very young and couldn't think for yourself. Beliefs like you must put everyone else first before yourself. To put yourself first is selfish. You're not good enough unless you do X, Y, or Z. You will only be loved if you do what it takes to make other people happy. Are any of these beliefs ringing true for you? I'd love you to share in the chat box if you can relate to any of these beliefs and think that maybe they might be something that subconsciously you're holding on to. I know for me that I felt like I was never good enough unless I was achieving, which made me strive to be a high achiever. And although that can be a good thing, it's not a good thing when it's the detriment of your own happiness. So the underlying cause of your overwhelm is that you've given away your power. Your life is the result of all the choices you've made so far, and you've made many of them based on other people's opinions, including people from your past. So these beliefs are often built from people from your past, and so our unconscious behaviour is often in response still to those opinions of people in our past, even if we're not regularly around them now. So to consistently feel peaceful, calm, and in control of your life, you must choose a new set of beliefs. And this is going to change your moment-to-moment choices, because when you change the beliefs, the unconscious or habitual choices you make will change, and your experience of your business, your family, and yourself. In Carla's example, she held the subconscious belief that she had learned from others, my time is not valuable. So she blamed her family for not having time to exercise and prepare healthy meals, forgetting that it was her choice not to prioritise time for herself. So she valued the time of her family over and above of herself and also her clients. So how does this apply to you? Let me show you. Let me ask you this question. What do you do right now that you think you have to do? Now, why do you have to do it? See what you write down to answer this question and then ask again, but why? And eventually you will discover your subconscious belief that causes you to say yes to this obligation. Now, where did that belief come from? Do you know? Do you agree with that belief? I'd love to see a yes or a no. If you've discovered where this belief comes from and you are deciding whether you agree it or not, put in the chat box yes or no. If not, what would you like to believe? So here's an example. An old belief might be you have to work hard to be successful. Who had that one? I definitely had that one growing up. The new belief might be that you can do what you love, when you want, and experience unlimited success. Do you believe that, or would you like to start believing that? If you believed your new belief, would you still do the thing that you think you have to do? This is such an important question to ask yourself because you may decide that you don't have to do it anymore. If the answer is no, how could you stop or modify that task? But if you agree with the old belief, then acknowledge that you are choosing to do the thing that you have to do. Now, because you're choosing it, love it. If you choose it, love it. Love doing what you do. Find the good in it and focus on everything you love about it. And then you won't feel overwhelmed by it anymore because it's not swamping you, but you are creating it. It's a completely different way to live your life.